Good evening, all of you, and congratulations, you're done, no more. First off, I'm very sorry that myself, Mrs. Jenkins, can't be there, but obviously we have kids to teach here, and she's actually in Guatemala right now. But we just wanted to say a few words and wish you the very best. It's been a long road. I remember coming there in 2004, being confronted with a bunch of how do I say, a little bit angry teenagers, I think, premature teenagers, I'll call you guys, when you were in 7th grade. I remember the likes of my Breakfast Club edition, Jane, who used to sit head down, didn't say a word. My goodness, how that's changed. There was Stephanie, who seemed particularly angry, just with everything. The Siamese twins, I thought they were Siamese twins, and then I figured out they weren't joined at the hip. Two lovely Ukrainian ladies. I think Yasa's grown to be a smuggler, gun smuggler since then. I believe she got almost caught and arrested in Spain by Interpol. There was Ryan and Eric, who it took me 6 months to figure out they weren't actually mute, and then by the time I left, it was difficult to shut them up. Then we had the little experiment created by Fox News with the cloning of a crossbreeding, should I say, between Glenn Beck and Bill O'Reilly. My love-hate relationship with Tyler has now evolved onto a cyber warfare, but I think we have mutual respect for each other, and but we do not believe with the old IBO mission statement, whereby everybody with their differences can still be right. You're wrong, Springer. Can you please wake up? Thank you. Then we had, I remember that wonderful voice I heard during a Veterans Day assembly. Not a big country music fan, you know that, but Chelsea is about as close as I've ever come to renouncing my Welsh citizenship, hearing you bang out proud to be an American with a little country twang. Absolutely delightful. Tim, you have been a source of entertainment for me for 4 years. Every time I hear the word Portugal or Portuguese, I'll tell you what, my little smile comes to my face, or if I recollect you burning your pants sitting down on something very hot, i.e. a grill, it brings a little smile to my face. On the topic of verbal diarrhea, I think you were pushed to new limits with the arrival of Anisha. My goodness, talk about random comments coming from someone. The one regret I have in life, or one of the very few, is not having a book and recording down the wonderful sayings of the one and only Olivia Flowers. I'll tell you what, I could have written a book on the things that you said, Olivia, and made a fortune. You are a legend. And then of course there was that, every high school's got one, the wonderful couple that everyone wants to be. We used to watch them gliding down the corridors, smiling at each other, and it set a really good example, and we've watched that relationship blossom over the last few years. And I'm really proud of you, James and Josh, for going strong. Keep it up, good job. Then there was the only student who's ever injured me. Alex, you'll be glad to know that the doctors say my eardrums will recover at some point, not sure when. Ken, are you awake? Okay, just wanted to make sure. Then we had Sean come into the school. Sean took me a long time to figure out what went on inside his head, and I'd like to say I have a rough idea. I'm still not 100% sure. I look forward to seeing you in the F1 arena very, very soon, young man. Then we had, I remember, 2 amazing additions, very unique. At first I thought they were weird. Elena and Kaylee, they actually seemed happy to be in school, which was odd for that time, very odd. Your smiles, ladies, have, I think, transcended that entire class. Great job. I think the last, or a couple of editions before that I remember as well, created a type of Cold War tension, was Brooke and Connor. You guys have been pushing each other for years now, and it's been great to see. I don't doubt you'll be running the country at one day. I'm afraid, Connor, that I do feel Brooke will be pulling the strings now. Okay, but you'll have some good input as well, I'm sure. The last two additions to come to the school just before I left were two really good ones, which were Corey and Sam. You guys brought a new dynamic to that class, sanity, which started to rub off, but I got a feeling you were sort of enveloped into that whole group, and I think you're now on the same level as the rest of them, I'm afraid. But nice try, good job. Christina and Shivam, I'd love to say something witty or about you, but I can't, I'm afraid, so I'll have to leave that for another day. I also remember one of the first additions in that class being Bailey Cochran. I'll tell you what, there was a girl who was angry. Good grief. Some of the things that everyone was stupid, and she wasn't shy to say it. I remember one comment she put on her MySpace, at that time it was very popular, which one it was directed straight at Mrs. Jenkins, or then Miss Billings, I remember. The therapy is going well with Mrs. Jenkins now. Bailey will be happy she's recovering slowly but surely. On a serious note, guys, I really do hope one day, because I don't think you know yet how important you guys have been with everyone who you've come in contact with. You've made a massive impact on my life. I am so proud that I've got to be part of the journey with you. You've made a lasting impression on my life, and I promise you, I'll never ever forget you guys. You're going to go out into that world. You are going to make a difference. You're going to make a fantastic difference. Yeah, the old comment, life is short, absolutely, but I'll tell you what, it's a heck of a lot of fun. And you guys have so much potential, and I do not doubt that you're going to reach that potential. And like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing how you're going to take your role in the world. Don't be strangers. Keep in touch, and like I said, I'm just looking forward to seeing your futures unfold. I miss you, and I wish you the very best. And so, probably for the last time, I'll tell you this: tuck your chairs under and disappear, you Muppets. Have a fantastic night and weekend. Bye bye.